Welcome
Welcome
to
to
Shadeinthecity.
City.
I'm Treese,
It smells.
and we are getting into our review of, I believe this is episodes.
Housewives.
No, is it 5? It's 6. No, it's 6. So we're getting into episode 6 of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Please make sure if you have not already that you hit that like button.
And you subscribe.
And y'all, let's get into it. There's a lot of shade. I don't need to do a whole intro because there's a lot of shade here. So let's just get into it and let's get shady. Episode, and we see that Ace, Candy's son, which I love, apparently is learning Chinese. I said, okay.
He was trying to teach her how to say watermelon in Chinese, and I think he was saying shigua, and she kept on saying sigua, and he was not having it. He was like,
no, mommy, that's not right.
Like, you fucking it up.
So while we see Deuce showing off his burping skills, bless his heart, I have that type of son, so I can feel you. Now, so Marlo calls Kenya and asks her if she's spoken to Sheree. Kenya says, yeah, I talked to her, and she basically feels bad for her. And Marlo says she needs Sheree to realize who she is. Okay?
I know that's fine.
She is jogging.
I mean, look, you are the one. These other motherfuckers is 2s and 3s, okay?
Okay. You better tell them. Now, yeah, so they want to plan something special to just uplift her, and make her realize, like, boo, you need to go back to loving yourself. And there's nothing wrong with loving a man, but don't ever let a man take away from you. And I said, okay, y'all. And I thought this was really dope. And so Marlo suggests doing massages, like doing a girl's day and getting massages. And yeah, and Kenya's like, that would be really cute. And so Marlo agrees to host. And I thought that, go ahead, Marlo. You're getting your points back.
So we catch up with Sheree 4 days after the Philly trip. And her daughter Tiara comes in the room to check on her. And, she says that she's taking it day by day. Sheree says that Tyrone had her in an unfamiliar city with no call,
no call, no text, no call, no show.
Right. And then he hits her up the next day like nothing happened. Like, hey, what's up? And she felt like the first thing that should have happened was him trying to explain what happened. So she was like, you know what, I'm gonna call you back. And she says that she hasn't called back since. Sheree says that she hasn't really left the house. And she's been back, going back and forth with her daughter and about getting back in these streets to it. But I think she was really genuinely hurt.
Yeah, no, she was hurt.
I mean,
hurt that she put this
she waited years,
talked about him on this show. And yeah, and he wasn't.
They seemed like they really wasn't on the they were on the outs already anyway, before recording, because this, I don't know if this is a pattern, but clearly whatever he's doing is not adding up with what he's saying. So I think even if the cameras weren't there, she, would have felt humiliated and felt upset. But Sheree also says she's not sure if she's ready to let go. And ready to, give up on what they had.
I don't really want to say, I don't really.
That's my song.
Know, but I need to know, can we get it together?
What?
Get it
Let's not get it together.
together.
We don't want to get it together because
I don't wanna.
Rona's giving fuckboy. We don't want to get nothing together. Get yourself together.
Right.
So Kenny and Drew meet up for lunch, and they're both like really friendly, you know, complimenting each other and, you know, telling each other how great they look. I said, look at God.
Look at God.
Look at God. And you know, Kenya basically says that she wished that, you know, they could have been here in this place last year or a year ago, because they had a lot of things going on in common in their marriages. Now Drew addressed the waiter and asked if they had any seafood, and he says, yeah, they got it. I don't know why it gave me bubble gum. He's like, yeah, we got Cajun shrimp, regular shrimp.
Regular shrimp, deep fried shrimp, air fried shrimp.
Right? It was giving me bubble gum. And calamari. And Kenya says, you know what? Can we get one of each? And Drew just wanted to make sure.
Cute.
Drew was like, you paying, right? Because you know the last time they had a little get together, you know, Drew was ready to split the bill. But Kenya paid for it last time too, right?
Yeah, Kenya said only broke bitches split bills. I don't do that.
On that level, Kenya.
I'm look, but I will say I think that when we go out, it'll be like, okay, if you got it, it'll be like, just cash at me, you're part of the bill. Like, I'm gonna still want my money, but if I got it, we ain't got no time to be sitting up here splitting the check.
No, Kenya not getting no cash app. She like, I need to get on your level.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna need to get the cash app before I cash out.
So Kenya updates Drew and let her know that she stayed a couple days longer in New York and actually let Brooklyn spend the night for the first time with her father. Kenya says, as a single mom, she doesn't know how, you know, how to work, like fill in the gaps. And she doesn't really want to replace her father. All she wants to do is give her what she missed out on, which was being a great mom.
A loving mother.
Yes, and we all know the story with Kenya's
has
mom
an issue with her mom, yeah.
How that went. Now she tells Drew basically tells Kenya that she appreciates her speaking up for her, you know, against her ass husband. Okay. And literally she was speaking the things that was on her mind. Kenya says that she didn't know that they were bringing men to the on the trip. And of course they, you know, bravo shady ass, they cut back and show where Kenya said, oh, I might bring a date. And
right.
But she felt like it was adding insult to injury to
bring the vibrating panties.
Yes.
How dare you vibrate
have someone else and have someone else control your kitty cat,
your puss, your vajayjay.
Then Kenya mentions how Sanya kept going off, and she told Ross basically, I'm sorry, how Sanya's toy kept on going off, and how she basically told him like he was doing too much. She just felt like it was just too much going on. Like, you know, you over here vibrating in your coochie, and we on this trip, and now there's men, and we got vibrators and sex toys and all types. It's just too much. It was giving Kenya. Okay. And Drew says the big deal for her was, you know, they were all there to support Candy, and she felt like she got sideswiped with the Sanya drama. And
she said she really don't think she has a problem, and if so, she can't articulate it.
And she feels like she's being,
and I'm not gonna lie,
unloyal.
Can we tell y'all? Do y'all know? Please drop in the comments if y'all know Shade Squad. What is Sanya's problem? Because I didn't understand it after watching it. I don't know Sanya's problem with Drew. I think she just made some shit up for a story.
She was trying to say that she didn't like the way she was treating her friends.
Sheree's not her friend. She knew Drew. Drew is the one, if I'm not mistaken, that brought her on the show. So no, you don't. Well, what was your problem? That's why when Drew said she couldn't effectively communicate, so I don't think there's no problem, I was like, I'm kind of with you. you can't even communicate what the problem is. You just brought up a problem because you wanted to be seen and heard and ain't even got nothing to say.
So Kenya lets her know that Drop It with Drew was brought up by Sanya, and she feels like it was maybe due to other chatter. And Drew is like, probably because she doesn't have a mind of her own, and she feels like she's being fake and unloyal. Now, Kenya brings
These hoes ain't loyal.
Kenya brings up Sanya's photo shoot and, asked her if she was invited. Drew lets her know, yeah, she was invited, and then I was uninvited because she felt like the photo shoot is not the right place to have a conversation, and they can pick another time to get together.
I give her that. That was commendable. Why would I'm trying to conduct business and we just came off some stuff? I will give Sanya that. That doesn't make sense. So I think she was right in doing that.
I don't. What I think is, you've already invited her, and if she's your true friend, maybe you should have a conversation with her before the photo shoot. Nobody said anything about having a conversation at the photo shoot. Try to smooth it over before the photo shoot so your friend can be there to support you, and you can,
Facts. That's true. Okay, I'll give you that.
It's giving real, like, I don't fuck with you because I'm uninviting you.
That is, I said these hoes ain't loyal. I don't know.
No, I definitely disagree. So then before they leave, Drew basically tells Kenya to unblock her. Kenya like, oh girl, I got you blocked. She don't even know how to do it. She like, look, I'm gonna have to get somebody to take care of this for me, and but we're gonna get you unblocked. We're gonna get you unblocked. I said, girl, you know how to block her, but she don't know how
so she can find a couple more of your outfits, girl. So Kandi shows up to Sanya's photo shoot. Sanya introduces her to her partners of the Mommi Nation, her best friend, I don't know her name, and her other business partner that she's been working with for like 3 years. She said Mommi Nation is an idea she had when she became a mom to build a community of moms. So she said they have grown on to merchandise and they're currently promoting their fall collection.
Black moms.
Joggers. Now, she brings her outfit and Kandi's like, oh, okay, so we're gonna do this. But Kandi was a little bit more. Then Kenya arrives in the Tesla. Kenya arrives in the Tesla, y'all. Kenya got that bag. I don't know if it was that Dancing with the Stars.
Did she have a Rolls Royce before?
I think so.
That Tesla was not touching that Rolls Royce.
That Rolls Royce can't drive itself.
She could technically sell that Rolls Royce and buy a house.
I'm just saying. Now, so Kenya shows up and she's actually surprised that like, oh, you expected me to be in the shoot? Like you told me I was supposed to come. And Sanya's like, no, bitch, I wanted you to be a part of it.
You can't bring no jeans, no sneakers, no nothing. She's like, first of all, what you need to do is contact my agent, lady. And look, Kenya don't do nothing for if ain't no check.
Kandi said Kenya don't do nothing if it ain't about a check. Maybe that's why she didn't show up at Sheree's house. Marlo's house. It was not about a check. Well, it actually was because the cameras was there. No. So Kenya agrees, and they basically tell her, you lucky we like you, and you nice, both her and Kandi.
And then come to find out it's for a Black Friday sale. And they like, hold up, we're about to be part of the Black Friday.
You bitch, you gonna play me cheap?
Know who I am?
Right. Now you got me for the Black
Friday sale.
Kandi said, the Black Friday sale, really? Really? This is what we gonna do?
Like, you can use this for your main shit. Do you know who we are? You about to get clout off of this and using this for a Black Friday sale.
Right.
And you ain't paying us?
So they go into the shoot. It looks beautiful. They look like they have a good time. And then she basically lets them know before they head out that, Kenya asked her, Well, do you feel like the other girls' feelings would be hurt that you didn't really invite them? And she's like, well, I just felt most connected to you two on the trip. She said, Drew was supposed to be here, but obviously I didn't think this was the appropriate place and I could pull her to the side. And she brings up that she wants to do a gathering with all the ladies and have them introduce them to her culture, and have her mom cooks and have them, make Jamaican dishes and enjoy each other. And I thought that was dope. And she says that she does plan on inviting Drew and having the sidebar with her. So, I mean,
Candy says she want to see her. Candy's like, she's like, yes, let's do this because I want to see your house.
And then she's like, oh, well, it's not going to be in my house because, I have so many people living
or
there.
No furniture or something like that.
And then apparently she's waiting on furniture. Poor baby.
Candy mentions that she wants to bring her mom since.
Oh, Mama Joyce, yes.
Yes, Mama Joyce.
I mean, Kenya starts spilling more tea.
Of course. About Sheree.
And basically says, have you heard about Sheree and Tyrone? And brings up how there's photos of Sheree on the internet sitting outside by herself in Philly, and it's not a good look. Now, Candy still believes he lives with another woman. And
I'm with you, Candy.
And he can't
sneak away.
He can't explain his absence to the other woman that he's living with and fucking. Then therefore he's not coming. And I said, well, that sounds a little bit more believable than what she was trying to sell us, or production was trying.
What production? I don't give a damn when nobody said that man lived with another woman. That's why he couldn't go 100 miles away. Okay, and that's why he couldn't get out the goddamn house to meet Sheree. No, he lived with another woman. Nobody's gonna convince me different. Nobody's gonna. And they actually felt like it was a great idea for her to be abstinent. I agree.
So then Kenya tells them they plan on doing something for her, just the single ladies, to try to make her feel better. And I thought that was super dope, just having a girls' night. And I don't think it had to be single ladies. It was just, don't bring your husband, and let's not talk about husbands, or let's just talk about uplifting each other as women. But I get it.
So Marlo was getting everything set up. She brought in an in-home Fendi shopping experience for Sheree.
Okay, Marlo.
Okay, and she says she has the president of Fendi on speed dial. She's like Batman, and Fendi is her cape. I am so not surprised. Okay, right. And she calls to find out what's going on with Kenya. Kenya is in bed, and she says she don't feel good. She ain't gonna be able to make it. So Marlo says
Kenya's defense. This is I'm at that time. This is when COVID was real. At that time, I would have stayed my ass in the house too. If I was coughing a little too much or doing a little too much, I ain't gonna go around. Nobody's gonna judge me and be like, but you need to go home. I'm just saying.
I will give it to Kenya that prior to even this time, she was not feeling well. So it seemed like, it wasn't just something that instantly came on. Now, Marlo says she hoped Kenya feels as good as she looks because she was beat to the gods. And she was. And she don't know what type of sickness she has. I ain't gonna lie. When she said that, I was like, well, she did have on a full face of makeup. So I don't know. Now, Kenny says she's gonna send over Drew with some stuff to drop off to her. And Marlo tells her, she hopes that she feels better, even though she clearly thinks she's lying. Sanya and her mom are at the Caribbean grocery store, and she's giving her the rundown about, what's going on in the circle. And she explains that Kenya feels that Drew is not a good friend. And Drew apparently feels that Sanya doesn't have a mind of her own. Her mom said she don't know all you accomplished in your life. Right. In her Jamaican accent, I say, yes. I don't know why. I don't know if it was a Jamaican accent that did it, but I was like,
what for one?
So Sonia basically agrees. She says like, exactly. Don't let the real Sonia please stand up. Okay.
Okay.
She So Drew shows up at Marlo's house, and Marlo greets her by twerking, talking about some dropping it like it's Drew. Drop it like it's
Like it's
hard. Drop it like it's hard. What
it
the?
was, I'm not gonna lie, that was cute. That was
It
cute.
was
I was
cute.
like, that was some cute shade. That was some cute shade. That's some shit
Drop
I
it like
would
it's Drew. Drop it like it's Drew. I thought it was cute. Drew says her and Sheree have been going through it, but you know, she's just there to prep and she's not gonna stay. And basically Sheree is just not gonna see her. But you know, she's gonna help out.
I
She
thought that
said
was
she was
super dope. For somebody that that don't really fuck with you and you don't really necessarily know if you want to fuck with them, I thought that, I'm sorry. In this episode, I was like, yo, I would want Drew to be like, I mean, she came and picked Sanya up. Like, she's proving to be like a melody. She's gonna show up. As a friend, she's gonna show up.
now Drew says that she was accused once of putting her hands in Sheree's face, and now she is using her hands to make her some love cupcakes, which is super dope. Drew tells Marlo that she's got to get going because she has to pick up the kids, and they get into a whole conversation, okay, about Kenya and how she's not feeling well. And then they went in about Sanya's photo shoot. Well, she ain't know nothing about it.
Right. Marlo's like, oh, really?
Tells Marlo that Sanya did invite her a week ago and then yesterday uninvited her. And Marlo is clearly beginning to think that Sanya's out here clout chasing because she invited the two most popular people on the show, Kenya and what's her face? Candy. Now, back at the Caribbean grocery store, Sanya tells her mom that she invited the ladies to come to the cooking class, and Drew texts her back saying thanks for the invite, and it does sound yummy, but based on your text from yesterday, I don't think it'll be a good idea for me to come. I didn't see anything wrong with that.
Sanya feels like, oh, and Drew's mom, Drew don't want none. Drew don't want none.
He did. And Sanya, for some reason, feels like she's making drama. I didn't see anything wrong with her turning down the invite at all.
No. Okay, Sanya, making drama is what you did in New York when you addressed her in front of all them other girls and tried to read her down when you didn't really have shit to say. That was drama. Okay.
Well, then Drew is basically explaining to Marlo, she doesn't understand how you can uninvite someone and then say, hey ladies, you want to come to this?
She said it didn't sit right with her spirit. I'm here with you, Drew. It's the spirit of Delilah.
So Drew says that she does not do fake, which Sanya was very much giving. And Marlo says, you know what, you should tell her that you come in and be on your best behavior. That's too grown for me. I think I would have just said that one.
Yeah, I would have just sat it out. And let me correct myself. It's given the spirit of Judas.
Apparently, you know, these cupcakes are not coming out the way they planned. And Marlo says it's nice to see Drew go above and beyond for Sheree.
Especially when they're not that cool.
And, you know, and it says a lot about her.
And Marlo even says, I like Drew. Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to lie to you. I was a fence straddler about Drew because of her naivety and Ralph. But again, she gives me Melody hope. As a friend, if she considers you a friend, she's going to show up for you. And I thought that was dope because I definitely would have been like, boo. I would have dropped them groceries. When it comes to my children, I would have dropped them groceries off. I might have had one glass of wine with you. And unless I didn't have to pick up my kids or some plans change, I wouldn't have stayed over there. I'd be like, all right, I gotta go. It wouldn't have been.
She doesn't even consider Sheree a friend.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Back at Sheree's house, she seems like she's a little down in the dumps. You know, she says she's been laying low and snacking. Apparently she is in love with the sea salt thick cut to die for chips. Okay.
Loves them.
She doesn't like her chips too thin or too thick, and these are perfect. She's got them down to science, apparently. She said she's just trying to process everything and basically what just happened to her. So Marlo calls Sheree and tells her she looks beautiful. And Sheree's like, girl, I just got on my pajamas. She's like, fine, it looked like an outfit. Add a Chanel bag to it and go to the car that's waiting for you outside.
Oh, I thought she said Gucci bag, whatever. Put on a designer bag and get your ass in the car. It's outside.
Sheree's in complete shock. She is like, what? Like, what? So, I don't know.
Sheree looks outside and she's like, well, it's not a Rolls Royce, but I'll get in the car.
She tells her, YOLO. Get your ass out there.
Right. The driver lets her know that when she gets in, he cannot pull off until she puts her blindfold on. So, she has her blindfold on, but of course she's like, what about you messing up? You tell me to come somewhere looking like something and you got this on my face. And who does this? And Drew and Marlo are still getting prepared. And then Sheree arrives, Drew runs out, and
back door. She said she felt like the side chick.
Right. And so Marlo basically welcomes Sheree. And it comes into the car like, hey, my name is, whatever. But it was
hold up, wait. You know what I thought was funny?
What?
So yes, Drew said that she felt like the side chick, and then Marlo says, basically like Drew had to leave because this is an event for single women, even if Drew is
married
to Ralph. I said,
the shade.
I had to.
You might as well not be married if you're married to Ralph. So Marlo welcomes Sheree to her shopping Fendi experience, and it was cute and it was lovely. And Sheree was trying on clothes and we're taking pictures, making her feel good about herself. And then, she said, just give the man your credit card and he'll close you out. And Sheree's like, I thought you would have gifted me something, baby.
Something. Marlo, like
you brought the man here so I can spend my money. That's what it was. That was supposed to make me feel good.
It's better than going to the mall.
And look, I was about to be shady. I'm gonna be nice.
I say it.
I was gonna say, Sheree don't like to pay for nothing in full, so so she didn't like that shit.
It's not what I was expecting.
She wanted to get the afterpay. So they go to the kitchen. She shows her, the beautiful cakes and feeds her. Lets her know I do got food for you.
Because apparently she's got a sweet tooth. Sheree got a sweet tooth.
Right. But not even that. She has comfort food. Like I think we saw her and Drew eating fried fish. Like basically, like it's okay to just let yourself go and just be, whatever. Like it
was super dope, super sweet.
It was. So that her and Sheree are in the kitchen, and basically Marlo was like, look, boo. And I'm not going to say I'm that girl. I'm that girl to some of my friends. But I will say this one, I got to point this way because we'll change sides. But when I edit it, I noticed that we invert.
Oh.
But
okay.
So every time I point this way, it ends up this way. So I'm starting to point this way. Now, I will say that is what she is to me. Sometimes you need somebody that is close enough to you, that has known you long enough, knows who you are as a person, knows what you're capable of, and has seen you at your best to know that when you're not at your best and tell you that. And I don't think Sheree and Marlo have the closest of friendships. So it was even crazy that Marlo was able to sit her down and just say, look, baby girl, know who you are. You are Sheree Whitfield. Okay.
Baddie.
You are an OG. You are a baddie. You got a chateau, and you over here.
Matter of fact, she called her a brown Barbie.
Right. And you over here being a brown Barbie sitting up waiting in a city that is under dirty ass Philly. I'm sorry, I didn't, no offense to Philly. Marlo said this.
Marlo said it.
Marlo said it. And you sitting up here waiting for this. I mean, she basically jailbird.
Fuck boy.
Right. So I could appreciate Marlo, but you could tell it hit Sheree. And I don't know if Marlo was the person to give it to her, but she needed to hear that. And
what got me was after Marlo said all this, well, also she did let her know about Kenya was supposed to come, but
yeah, Kenya was
and
she does hats off to Marlo. Again, she was winning points this episode until she wasn't. But she goes and she lets her know Drew actually came over here and helped me. Like Drew came over here. Kenya was the one that brought it up and
with a full face of makeup on.
Right.
But even after Marlo explains all this to Sheree basically says, yeah, but I know he loves me. And Marlo was like, how you know that? How do we know?
That's her.
If your daughter,
that's her. If it ain't in the action, she's like, you look stupid. And we have had these conversations. That's why I know it's her. She will, but you look stupid. Like,
and what got me was, she said, if this happened to your daughter,
right,
and your daughter explained this to you and said, oh, but he loves me, what would your response be? And Sheree, when she said it like that, Sheree was like, see, now I feel crazy. Like, my daughter would never put up with no shit. My daughter's looking at me crazy that I'm accepting and she wouldn't expect me to put up with no shit like this.
Right.
And Marlo basically says, girl, you need to block his number. Like, I'm not gonna judge you, but you need to block his number. And Ray, she breaks down crying, and she tells her, like, you need to love yourself. You are beautiful. And Marlo says, this is the last time I'm going to tell you, the last time I have this conversation with you, I'm not going to judge you. And Sheree says, but don't get mad if it happens again. And Marlo calls her stupid. It's like,
that was cute.
But I regardless, I feel like it was coming from a genuine place. I mean, us as women, sometimes we got to on that dumb, stupid role. And because of emotions, we get more emotional than they do and feel more loyal to them. But I think Marlo's heart was in the right place, especially in this scene, especially throughout the whole entire episode. She just ended up messing it up at the end, but
yeah, she just really wanted to come
saw her in a different light
and show that
she was super supportive. And we've seen Marlo
we've seen Marlo been shady, but I can't, outside of Nene, we can't ever say we've seen her be supportive.
I've seen her be a good friend before, but I've never seen her be like supportive like this, where she's hosted something so big at someone's house, and someone that's not even her bestie,
right,
to help her get over a heartbreak. I thought it was super dope. Sanya and her mother Sharon are setting up for the event. Sheree arrives first, and she tells them that they look like they could be sisters, and they really do, because Miss Sharon is giving. She is beautiful, okay? And Sheree is clearly feeling some type of way because she didn't even greet Kenya when she walked in.
She does feel some type of way, but can I say that I love the Birds of Paradise flowers? I love those flowers. I love them. Absolutely love them.
The magic that was to get. Then she had
the calypso drum when they come in. I was like, yeah, that would have been my type of party. I'm telling y'all, she was like, this is a dinner party, sweetheart. This was not City Girls, because I would have gave it to
her. Then, I guess Sheree, she says to Sanya, oh yeah, girl, not Sheree, Kenya. She says to Sanya, yeah, girl, I had to come. And Sheree's basically in the confessional, like, well, I'm glad you could show up for somebody. I said, oh yeah, she definitely feeling some type of
She's
way.
definitely feeling some type of way.
And all the ladies, they all arrive, including Candy and her mother, Mama Joyce. And
they have a moment where they embrace, and I thought that was really cute. Mama Joyce and Sharon. I thought that was super
yes,
cute.
and they kick it off, and Sanya says all the ladies have to give their best dirty wine. Now, yeah, okay. Thank you, Trace, for showing what a dirty wine is, because they were not dirty whining.
No,
they were twerking. Okay, you're giving Tamar, right? That was not, you started off dirty whining and then you did the whole body. That was Tamar, honey. That was Tamar.
Okay.
But
clearly we've had too much. Go ahead.
Now Sheree and Kenya noticed that Drew was not there, and they asked Sanya about it, and she said that she didn't want to come, so she ain't gonna beg her. Mama Sharon lets them know that they're gonna be making curry chicken and brown stew chicken. Now, let me tell you something. Both of them things, I know how to make brown stew. Somebody else I know how to make curry chicken. It is.
When you make some brown stew, and when can I get some?
Brown stew chicken.
I didn't know that.
And the people's was an islander. We gonna leave it at that. So Kenya asked Mama Sharon, how do you know about the plantains? Because she always buys the green ones. And Mama Sharon tells her,
no.
You got to get the soft ones, And Marlo, her shady ass is like, the dicks that you fuck with and don't get hard.
And Kenya's like, only you would know about that. And she's like, no, my
with the 90-year-old motherfuckers you date.
I said, these shady bitches.
They shade is on a whole nother level. So Kenya, she steps away and she's like sniffling and coughing.
And Marlo's like, bitch, you need to go home.
Right? And Marlo basically says the same thing.
You
and
so sick.
Like, you don't want to get sick. So Marlo reiterates that, and it just I don't know, it just kind of went left from there. So then they talk about Tyrone and Candy knowing about it
and not calling Sheree, and Sheree felt some type of way. This is the second time Candy ain't called her. What type of friendship do we have if you can't call me and talk about my shit that I ain't told you yet?
But in all fairness, Sheree felt like Candy went through the same thing. So she could have definitely been a support to her, because apparently Candy was dating a jailbird also. And
okay.
Yes, so that's why she felt so upset, because she was like, damn, you knew, but you ain't reach out, and you basically went through the same thing I did. And Candy is basically like, well, I was waiting for you to talk to me, because, I didn't want to just call you and be like, hey, so what happened with the jailbird? But I guess Sheree was asking, for that type of support. And Sheree brings up the fact that, Drew, out of everyone,
was
even
the most supportive.
Came out to support and to help, and basically made, I felt like she was just trying to make Candy and Kenya feel like a piece of shit. Okay. Sheree feels like Candy didn't call her with the Drew and Anthony thing, and now she didn't call her with the Tyrone thing. So yes, what type of friends are they?
Friends. How many of us have
them?
Friends. Ones we can depend on.
So, Mama Joyce interrupts all this arguing and says, look.
Not Mama Joyce.
Yes, she did. She said, can you apologize? Now, what really is, what is, what's really going on? And Sheree said,
look at Mama Joyce coming through.
Sheree says that she took Marlo's advice and she blocked him, but she don't know if he's gonna be blocked forever, child. Keep that. Everybody said keep him blocked forever. Forever. Okay. And Mama Joy says, all the time you waited, I wouldn't have gave him a month. And then I don't know who said it, but somebody else said, well, your daughter did. And yeah, so look, let me tell you something. Marlo with her shady ass was basically like, all these people knew what the hell you was going through and you ain't getting no support from none of them. I said, well, damn. So she invites Sheree to go outside, and she feels like Sanya is up their asses because she is clout chasing. She feels like because Kenya and Candy have so many followers, and Marlo also says that Candy just does not have like it in her heart to help other people. She's for herself. She says that Kenya's a hoe and she fucked for everybody for free and her pussy wasn't good and that's why she had to date below her tax bracket. And now, how she's talking about being Miss USA when she was a video hoe and she went through every rapper in America and still didn't get no ring. And Sheree is just agreeing with all of this.
I didn't see this part, y'all. I gotta clutch my pearls. I don't even got them.
Marlo says, she felt some type of way that Candy, basically, could have understood what Sheree was going through, and she didn't do anything to uplift her. And then Marlo, I guess, is done shading everybody. So she's like, you know what? Let's go back inside. She's gonna kill him with kindness after all this shit that she just got out her system. And then we see somebody walking through, and it's Drew.
Ooh, she's like, when I walk through, hey, when I walk through. Thank you guys for tuning in to another review of Real Housewives of Atlanta. I was about to say Love and Marriage. Anyway, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Please make sure that you like,
you comment,
you subscribe,
and hit the notification bell.
And we will catch you next week for another review of the messy ass Real Housewives of Atlanta. Good night.
Good night.
Front, back, side to side. Make sure you go like and subscribe. Front, back, side to side. Make sure you go like and subscribe.